Okay, as a target individual, um, you know, it's they're supposed to degrade you, to break you down. And with me, they degrade me by really changing a lot of things, even like memories, and changing it into new versions of what they want things to be. And with me, what they're trying to do, I think it's like, oh, we're convinced that we are been telling people that what we're doing is just we just watch you, and we're just mining, we're not doing anything, we're just seeing how things are reacting, and just you know you thinking naturally, and we're there to report that, some BS story like that, when in reality, since August 2019, my brain is been completely just played with in this most disturbing ways, and it became worse and worse, in a sense that even logic has gone even further away, because they impose their way of thinking. They can take over your consciousness, right? Meaning they can start making you think in these ways that they decide to for you to think, and it's usually very disturbing, and they manipulate a lot of things. A lot of your thoughts are just disturbingly weird and pedophilia centric and foul. And then they try to make it seem like, oh, we just caught you with these thoughts, right? At least that's how they try to break me down, right? Saying that not only you experiencing that, but we're going to take that, and we're going to present that, and show that, look, this is him, look how he was thinking, this, we proved it, we do this. But in reality, they just truly are manipulating a lot of, like, it's just rewiring and creating new version of things. It's just disgusting. One thing I remember, like, they go, let me show, they talk about me as far as me in kindergarten, early elementary, and try to like change version of that. And oh my gosh, it's so disturbing. When I was really young, I'm talking about, like, I remember 8 years old, even younger. I have this weird phobia. I hated like small little metal things. I always somehow thought that I would choke on it, and it would always make me want to gag. It always made me like this. It kind of made me disgusting. I had like a gagging reflex when I saw that. I wanted to throw up. And I remember, like, for example, like small little earrings. I remember when I would see like babies with like smaller earrings. I'm like, ugh. And that was like really like young. It made me want to kind of gag. It was just like, ugh, I don't like. It just made me feel like it, like, kind of have a little bit of nausea. The way they've changed this, right, is they've created a new version of that, where it's the opposite. Now, listen, target individual, the reason why I put my testimony there, I know that it's very like trying to like take something specific, unique to me, and change it into something else. But what they're trying to do, because you imagine, usually it's like little girls, little baby girls with this. What they try to make me do now, because you understand, with them they try to do this pedophilia type of torture. So now what they're trying to do is changing it into something else. Now it's the opposite. They want me to like imagine myself like biting on this kid's, wanting to bite on this kid's ear, like, like intimately. And then to try to be like, hey, by the way, yes, we matched it, because look, when you are intimate with a woman now, sometimes you can like you nibble on the ear. And so you see, we matched it. You see, that's that. And so making me imagine nibbling on the baby's ear, a little girl's ear, and say we matched it. This is the kind of things they rewire your brain to start like thinking like. And it makes me imagine, a little black girl with their little like pierced ear, which usually made me want to gag. Now like imagine me like something sexual with this kid's ear. This is the type of disturbingness they want you to accept. And then they go into the scripts: castrate, not real, blah blah. The the scripts, the repetitions that is supposed to get you to accept these things. It's so foul. It's so disgusting. And now they're making me imagine little black girls with the little earrings and making me imagine these disgusting things. It's nasty. It's foul. It's disgusting. And then they try to make me imagine, oh, but when you were intimate with this woman, you were nibbling on her ears. Or you were doing this to her. We matched. We matched. We minded. This is the retardations of how we are forced to think. And these people are trying to use these kind of ways of making you accept these things. And then they're like, oh no, we're just going to show that. And then you're going to be they're going to rape you. They're going to do. It's like, listen, whatever. I'm going to take this moment to explain, to testify about what they do. Because I know other target individuals have some kind of weird, bizarre things they manipulate into something else and try to get you to accept. It's like, no, we mapped you. And using some of like I said, tonality. They use different tone, right? They try to sound like serene and like, yeah, no, we mapped you. It's you. Right? This is the kind of like tonality they use to get you to accept this manipulation. That is what they do. The scripts, like Robin Dawkins says, is meant to confuse the target individual. You obviously know it's so illogical. Listen to what I just said. If with a regular human, like, of course, their job is to make you accept these insanities and logics. These people are contracted to dumb themselves down. At one point they're like, oh, we're going to win. Like, and they try to make it seem like it's competitive. No, this is my brain, and there's the DARPA, DOD weaponry that overrides your brain. They found what they can to change into something else in order to create this false persona. It's disgusting, but that's what they do. You have to be strong. These people are not here to figure you out. They try to figure out how they can break you down, manipulate things, to change you, to break you, your ego, your self-image, the way you look at yourself. That's what they do. It is non-stop. And then they try to make it seem like, no, we just matched it. We just captured this. That is what they do. They are supposed to break men and women, and they use pedophilia as a tool for that. They are disgusting pedos for what they do. They are trying to normalize tactics that are so disturbing, so disgusting, evil in a sense of nastiness, but try to really normalize themselves. And then try to be, no, we're going to report this. We're just typical like gaslighting tactics. To all my target individuals, stay strong. Whatever is going to happen to you, you didn't have to live the life these people had to live or end up living. To try to make people accept these things. That's why they don't want to be seen, because once you see who's trying to get you to accept this thing, you look at them and you see the humiliations. Especially if you are seeing it for what they're doing. Oh, they're like, oh my gosh. They're going to try to act a certain ways. Act like screaming. And then you look at them like you are a bunch of clowns. Trash. And you see them just the trash for, how they act. And of course, when they make me imagine of those babies, they also give me these disturbing pedophilia stimulations. With black little girls. That is disgusting. So not only they make me imagine this weird thing with this earrings or whatever, and try to make me imagine this sexual thing with the ears, but then also adding the stimulation, the sensation that they say, no, we match that too. That's how you would feel it. It's just disgusting. That's how the sensation and stimulation you would feel. To all my target individuals, this is what they do. This is what kind of analyzing they do. They analyze what they can manipulate to torment you in these disturbing pedophilia ways and other disturbing ways. So stay strong and know that justice will be done for all the nasty things they dedicate their time to do to people.